Felix Turner, part owner, Knee Deep Blends. I guess I'm the culinary part of it. Two other fellas that I do want to mention before I go into great detail about myself because they're equal parts. Justin Druant, man behind the scenes. And we got Keith Jenkins. Without him, this thing is not a thing. He birthed it. Justin and I joined forces with him, and it's a happy place now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm born and raised in Mandeville, but was actually born in New Orleans East. But I'm a Mandeville boy. Went to Mandeville High, junior high, and then went to culinary school, and moved back to Mandeville. Raised my family there. Going to continue, and that's pretty much all. I'm not the most interesting person in the world.
So so you wanted to be a chef?
I did. So what I did when I was when I was 14, you could drive at 15. I don't know if you still can, but my grandfather actually had a 1984 Skylark. He said, you can have it for free. You just got to pay the insurance. I said, man, I want to drive the day I turned 15. So I went and got a job at the only place that would hire me. I don't want to get them in trouble because they hired me when I was underage. Right. But started working, washing dishes, saw these guys on the line, and I was like, man, these guys are heroes. And partly because my mom and dad can't cook. So I started to say, man, I can fend for myself, and fell in love with it. And after that, sports kind of took a second, played the second fiddle because I love sports. I felt like I was pretty decent at it. But eventually went to California Culinary Academy in San Francisco. But had my sights on that probably junior year, quit varsity football, and really didn't look back for about 16 years in that business, working in primarily fine dining establishments.
In New Orleans?
I did do New Orleans, but I did an externship in Madison, Wisconsin. Believe it or not, they have fine dining there.
Well, that's where the Wisconsin, their college is, right? In Madison. Yeah.
Awesome place.
I've seen pictures. It looks like a nice, freaking cold during the winter.
So I went up there, was dropped off, and it's on an isthmus.
Yeah.
So there's Lake Monona and Lake Mendota. But they were telling me, like, look, it's beautiful now, but just wait. People are going to be ice fishing. You'll be able to pull your car out there. And I said, nah, it's not for me.
No.
But I would come home from work in the restaurant business late night, and these guys have a little tent set up catching walleye from the frozen tundra lake. And learned how to cook walleye cheeks. Learned a little bit about it. It's a lot of Scandinavians up there, so learned it's a different cuisine. But I actually worked at a South American restaurant up there, and it was fine dining. Learned a ton about chilies, about how to roast them, how to bring flavors out of them. And Madison was my externship from San Francisco. Worked in the wharf area. Learned a lot about the West Coast, how they celebrate vegetables, better soil, and of course worked in New Orleans. Lastly, at Stella, they're now closed. But they have a sister restaurant. Stanley and Katrina kind of messed them all up, and before the French Quarter could get on, it's Feed Again. I was the executive sous chef there. Did a lot of cool stuff. West Palm Beach, Baltimore, Maryland. Moved all over, but just kind of try to take different things from different regions and incorporate it. But I'm back to where I need to be. Louisiana is where it's at. We're unique.
So what? So what happened after the chef? You just you didn't want to do it anymore, or what?
So that's a great question. Things happen for a reason, and I used to feed a guy at one of the restaurants where I worked.
Yeah.
And this guy come in and said, "Man, it's Tuesday, lunch, drink a nice bottle of wine." And he come back Tuesday, drink a nice bottle of wine for dinner. I said, "Man, what do you do?" And he said, "I do this little thing in insurance, and you're not married, travel a lot. You ought to try it." So the universe kind of spun where I said, I'm getting burnt out.
Yeah.
I kind of want to have a family, and this is not conducive.
Right.
I like to cook, but I like to cook for people that I know and love rather than people that come in and just want to be seen. So I picked up that car, and I called him, and this is about 6 months before Katrina hit. And if Katrina hits, I didn't stop working. And I didn't stop working. And then, kind of morphed into what I do now, which is a little different. That's another side of what I do other than the spice company and the sauce company. But the rest was really history. And without the restaurant business, if you can do it, if you could do fine dining, you could do anything in the world. Nothing's hard.
Yeah.
So now that gives me the opportunity to now jump back into the culinary world, but just not fully jump in.
Yeah.
Just kind of have one leg, one foot, if you will.
So, and this is who does y'all's like graphics and stuff?
So Keith, that's Keith's
because
baby.
that's what made me reach out to y'all when I saw the graphic.
Yeah.
Because I'm a graphic designer guy too, so like that's what jumped out to me, and I like the whole voodoo, like it had that Louisiana style to it, and I was like, man, I should hit these dudes up. This is cool.
Look, that makes me feel good. It's going to make Keith feel real good because he was in charge of that. The green shrink wrap, the colors, JJ King, the mascot that's on every bottle. Some variation of JJ King's on the bottle, and that's all his. The artwork is his design, and he brought it to life. He even dresses up like JJ King at events. We've been in Albuquerque, and it's a show. It's a to-do when he's there, and it's something that he's very proud of, and we're very proud of. But it pops, yes,
right.
Does really well in the French Quarter, just sight unseen. You're competing against a lot of people. They're buying because that looks cool.
Yeah.
And what's great is that I think the product in the bottle is the best around.
Yeah.
So we get, the repeat offenders. Like we didn't even know we were buying. Decided to open it, and we're gonna do this again.
Yeah. Well, and I think that is, and especially nowadays, there's so many different. It seems like everybody's coming out with a seasoning or something, so to like stand out in that. And I think that's what y'all do with those designs for sure. It doesn't look like all the other seasonings or sauces or whatever. And then the product, because I think y'all sent us some of the salsa. That's the first thing we tried. That shit was good.
That's good. That's good. I appreciate that.
Yeah, had a little kick. I was like, this is good.
Yeah, we worked hard on that one. So for people who are listening, the pronunciation, the correct pronunciation is El Cinco. Now, when the EAUX, anywhere else, there's a struggle.
Right.
But now when you see that, it's kind of like the Spanish Cajun blend. But the El Cinco meaning 5 in Spanish, but with an O instead of the E.
Yeah.
AUX. I made 7 and dispersed them to the other partners, and they let Family and Friends try it. And the 5th one won.
Yeah.
So we're like, what are we gonna call this thing? We got to get a label ready. Let's get this on the market. So that's how El Cinco came to be.
Oh, I like that.
And it's one of the first things I worked on when I joined Forces.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was something that when you're in the grocery store, trying to get somebody to try salt,
right,
and hot sauce, it's a little bit of a gamble. It's like it's gonna blow me up, and I'm just trying to get some bananas and go home.
Right.
But I said, salsas I think could be received well, and so it came to be. Does real well. It's not Cajun, but now it is.
Right. Well, and so I guess go back a little bit. How did you get involved with Knee Deep? Like where did you come in the picture, and I guess what do you do in your role with them?
Yeah, so I was actually brought on. I was kind of flirted with, say, hey, our culinary, we're reaching a writer's block. Keith is the Cajun. I would put his boil against anybody.
Yeah.
He knows it, and it's a religious experience. Justin and Keith had met at a trade show, several trade shows, all over Louisiana. They even one here in the Gonzales, Baton Rouge area. And Justin has a hunting apparel line called Limit Out.
Okay.
And so Keith was selling his products, D Deep, and Justin was selling his products, Limit Out, and said, hey, Madisonville, North Shore. Okay, let's chat. Let's join forces. I need somebody to help me manage the behind the scenes and help me with accounts so I can do my thing. And so that was a happy experience. And then there was a discussion of, hey, how can we grow and the product line. So Justin and I had known each other for 25 years in this whole insurance world we just talked about. I got a guy. Let's try and see. And so after many lunches and cold beers and dinners and wine and whatnot, I said, yeah, let's try it. I think this could be a happy place, and we can make things happen.
Yeah.
And really it has, and that's how that's really how we came to be. And the beautiful thing is, like, everybody's got a role, and there's really not an overstepping.
Mm-hmm.
Justin is completely fine with being, the Wizard of Oz behind the curtain.
Yeah.
And making sure that it counts and they're getting invoiced, and
right.
we're paying and making sure things are delivered. And Keith is the color guy. I mean, he's gonna put on a show for you.
Yeah.
And he's got tremendous talent and wealth of knowledge about Cajun cuisine.
Yeah.
And then maybe I'm refining it and just maybe outreach to new clients and things
right.
like that.
So who does so you did the salsa?
That is mine. That was.
But y'all all kind of do different ones, huh? It's not just one person that does the seasonings and all the recipes, I guess.
So the recipes, I can tell you the seasonings predate me. That's Keith's.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge fan of his blackening. I'm a huge fan of he tastes
really
to make
good.
sure that that's something that's so powerful. That's how's your blackening? All purpose is all purpose.
Yeah.
Somebody in Massachusetts, Old Bay, can
right.
make. So yeah, that's something that he did. And it's really like the foundation, because behind the artwork you need something in there that's gonna make you go back for seconds. And then I joined in, and we started working on the taco sauce. But before that, the Spellbound, which is our answer to Crystal and Tabasco. To be a Louisiana hot sauce, you're going to use the cayenne pepper and the cayenne mash. And once you get there, what can you do different? And so we made ours a little bit more viscous, added garlic. That's Keith's idea, and it's a beautiful thing, and it works. And I'm going to tell you, I use it, and I use it, and I use it, and it's I got Crystal in my hot sauce. It's got a place. I got Tabasco in my house. It's got a place. But ours, I'd put it up against anybody's, and that's Keith's baby.
Mm-hmm.
The Tropical Storm, also Keith's baby. That was something that he came up with. Sweet. It's like the umami, the sweet, salty, tangy. It's a cool pineapple habanero. Goes with everything. That was his thing too. So he birthed those things, and then I'd say we kind of joined in carrying the torch and moving the product line even further. Yeah. And so Justin, he'll probably laugh, but he cooked. He in the Louisiana boy. He can't read good. But we can cook something. And so Justin, he knows his way around the kitchen, but he's not going to be proactive in making things happen. But without him, we're not stirring the drink. He's certainly the straw part of keeping things moving behind the scenes. Yeah. So it's a harmonious deal that we got going.
So what? I guess how many different things do y'all have?
God, you put me on the spot, and I got to count them.
I saw you got a whole bag of shit.
Damn it. Sometimes I'll say 6 or 7, and then, sometimes it's 8. But, we've always got something in the mix. But, we have 4 seasonings. We got 5 hot sauces. We have a barbecue sauce. Yeah. Salsa. And then, of course, the boil seasoning. Right. And we always we want to have something in the hopper. Yeah. So we've got Bloody Mary is so close to coming out, the long awaited. We've had beta tests. People love it. It's sneaky good. Yeah. I'll stand behind it. I've been making it the same way for years, and decided that it belongs in a bottle. And people that I don't know who will never meet me need to try this. Yeah. And then we have an all-purpose, almost like we've already got a name for it. It's called neutral ground. Mm-hmm. So it's like a salt, pepper, garlic, but a little bit more heat, a little bit more like Louisiana. But it's going to be for wild game, driven towards that. But, it's all-purpose. It's not the all-purpose like Tony's, because we have an all-purpose. But it's let's not destroy something let's not take something too Cajun. Yeah. But we always have to remember me in it from the spices. But it's a little friendlier. Yeah. And then, we're working on a taco seasoning, something you could put in a pound of ground beef and let it rip. You know, maybe the single man's meal. Like the old what is it, the barbecue shrimp, the River Road.
Yeah,
that's something we're looking at. It's too easy to make that, and it's one of the greatest things on earth. So I'm not going to mess with River Road and do their barbecue shrimp, because you don't mess with things.
Yeah.
But I think we could probably do a little better in the taco department. That's kind of like something that I enjoy cooking too.
Well, and it kind of goes back to, like you said, you had the experience with learning how to cook the different chilies, and so you think that's more your speed, I guess.
I'm a whatever my family wants to eat. I'm well rounded. I think I can cook French.
Yeah,
I can cook Italian. I love Mediterranean food. I still cook Cajun food. You got to make gumbo. You're going to get run out of here. But I really do turn to Spanish flavors, the dark, smoky, the chipotle, the ají chilies. There's so many, and I was very fortunate to work in a South American place for a long time and had to understand what these different things do and how you can make them change flavors or adapt things to them. So I think it's a fascinating cuisine, and you can make anything a taco.
Right.
A leftover will find its way into a tortilla somewhere.
Right.
So I do that a lot, and the kids love it, and the wife loves it, and I used to mess around, did some farmers market stuff back in Mandeville where I live. In Old Mandeville, they do a farmers market, and I would work, and I'd take a little time off, and we started doing these tacos, my wife and I, before my kids were born. Just like, look, we can't just sit here. Let's go make some tacos. So then I became the taco guy. Be at the grocery store. You guy makes tacos. You got a restaurant? I was like, no, I'm done with the restaurant, man. They kill me if I do that. But I'm definitely drawn to the Spanish and Mexican cuisine. Absolutely.
So if I was like, all right, cook whatever you want, whatever style, would that be your go-to?
If you ask me, I would say, what do you feel like tonight?
I'm always gonna say Italian, because. So I like Spanish, but I don't like the Tex-Mex restaurants, like the Americanized. Because I remember like working in the plants down here, and you could buy like they would pull up and cook tacos out the back of the truck and sell plates, and like that, to me, that's Mexican food. And so like I don't like my girlfriend always wants to eat that if we go out to eat, and I'm like, there's a place here, I forget the name of it, Rio Verde, I think it is. Okay. But if it's not like a real restaurant like that, I don't love it. But Italian is always my go-to.
Yeah, look, Italian, my favorite restaurant in the world. I'll give them a shout out because I'd push an old lady down a flight of steps to get there. It's called Sal and Judy's. And I've done a lot of traveling, even overseas, and wife and I have eaten at a lot of nice places. Been fortunate enough to have 3 Michelin star meals. Yeah. I'd put Sal and Judy's in Lacombe, Louisiana up against anybody. If you go in there and you have a bad time, you need to check your pulse. Right. But everything they do, sometimes your plates are chipped and silverware doesn't match. But everything that comes out of that kitchen is just is spectacular. That's what you got to get Sal on here. He's an absolute legend. He belongs on a stamp. Yeah. But that would be, that's why those are the memories that are created in that restaurant, and that's Italian food. Italian's about family style. Yeah. So I would say if you were coming over to my house, I'm going to cook you probably chicken parm. I think that's probably my the kids like that one the most. Yeah. Yeah, and I think I've perfected it to my family's specifications. But it's good. It's good. That'd probably be my go-to if you asked me today. Right. Yeah.
So tell us about the Ora sauce and how that came to be, and I guess what that's going to look like in the future too.
So this is a fun. Once again, the universe turned in a weird direction. So I do a lot of work with folks in the law world, but not through the spice. And when we got to talking one day that I was involved in a hot sauce company, one of the attorneys that I do a lot of business with and became a dear friend is heavily involved in the sports world. And NIL was really, it still is for the most part in a very
Wild West.
big time.
Yeah.
Big time. And it's in an incubational period where it's going to hatch, and it's already big, but it's like AI. If you don't like it, it's going to eat you if you don't embrace it and learn it. Well, they were signing some clients and trying to promote them. And what do you think about when you think about Louisiana, and you think about food, and you think about partying, and if you say hot sauce, what would you relate that to? What state? And you would say, it's. I wouldn't even relate it to a state. I'd relate it to New Orleans, Baton Rouge, South Louisiana. That's it. And so, we got to talking, and it was just like, hey, what if we started personalizing hot sauce? And private labeling is really kind of what it is, but getting the input from the player and or the personality and letting them kind of bring it. It's something they're proud of, something that they're using, something they can promote on Instagram or Facebook. And so we took some test runs with some players in the past. It was great. They enjoyed it. It was fun. And most recently, Amir Khan, who everybody's going to hear about, the Aura, if they haven't watched ESPN, and the Final Four are going to know, and formerly of McNeese State, but now at the mecca of college sports, going into Death Valley. You can think hot sauce, you can relate it to a college.
Right.
LSU, that's... So we were fortunate enough to join forces. One his counsel is a friend of mine, the one who's represented him in the NIL. And we had many conversations, and we sent him some product, and we figured out that one might work for him, and here we are.
So did he pick his favorite one, out of the ones you sent him? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we sent him seasoning. He says, "Man, my mom and my dad already been through 3 bottles of this stuff." I said, "All right, well, I think we know where we're gonna go."
Yeah.
So anyway, that's how we got there, and he's been great. You really need to talk to him. He's one of the nicest guys, and just super genuine, and he's having fun with it. We're having fun with it. But you go back to this Wild West, but that's maybe the beauty of it.
Well, and I think LSU is at the forefront of figuring out how to work it.
Yeah,
they have been since it started, but yeah, it's crazy because I remember when they were talking about doing it, and then when they finally did it, because I'm like, pay them. You know what I mean? These dudes are making y'all millions and billions of dollars. Pay them. And then, but I think where it is right now is that's why I say it's like the Wild West. It's gonna kind of even out. I feel like some of the crazy numbers players are getting, and some of the crazy, if you don't get another year of eligibility, you just go to another courthouse.
That's it. You're right.
I think all of that's going to kind of even out. But
that's right. They haven't written rules yet that maybe need to be written. But look, it's above my pay grade.
Same.
But I totally agree that they should have. They should be rewarded and being rewarded because they can't do anything other than go to practice.
Right.
Even if they need it. Now, most of these kids are on scholarship, and they can eat at the dorm. Well, that gets old. Or they can eat at the facility. That gets old. Let them go be. Let them go be kids. Those guys are getting a lot of money made on the racks. Game day with their number on it. I totally agree. Yeah. I'm happy for Amir, not a player, so this is a breakthrough, and he's developed a tremendous following, just being. Basically, the spark plug, a hype machine,
I think that's the perfect. That's y'all's first person, and I guess it's an NIL deal that y'all are doing with them.
It's an NIL deal, not our first, but our first personality. Right. That's not a player.
Yeah. No, so, I think it's a very good choice.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad he chose us too. Right, it's mutual. Right. So no, it's neat. And look, this opens up the door for maybe some more managers. What it's so cool. A guy listened to a rap song. The team's do a walkout with us. He's like, okay, let's see. And then next thing, it's just he's everywhere.
I know. I remember the year when he kind of blew up because basketball is my sport.
Nice. Yeah.
March Madness, that's to me that's the the highlight of, it's the best of any sporting event, especially those like first 2 weekends of March Madness. But yeah, I remember seeing the video of him walking. It was at McNeese.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was when Will Wade was still there.
That's right.
Yeah. Man, yeah. I was telling him because I was looking, because me and my girlfriend just moved back to Baton Rouge. We were living out here, and we've been back in Baton Rouge for about, like, right off of campus. And I was like, dude, we got to get season tickets for basketball. And this is before Will Wade was even coming back. And I was like, and of course, like, as soon as I saw he was coming back and I checked the season tickets, they had, like, shut it all down. Like, reanalyze what their prices are going to be.
Look, LSU's got the three-headed monster with Mulkey, and now you got Wade back, and, of course, Kiffin. And I'm so scared. It's like, what's going to happen? Like, is 2 games too many to lose? I don't know. It's a tough place. That's Coach O. It ain't easy, They forget quick around here, but this is going to be a great year. Everybody's excited. I'm excited that Amir gets to be a part of it.
Yeah.
I feel like, I'm Justin and Key that I watch it like, yeah, come on, you cheer for LSU, you cheering for Amir.
Right.
I'd like to see one day everybody shaking the hot sauce in the stands.
There you go.
Chanting for Amir. I know that's probably a pipe dream, but you look wishful thinking. But it's fun to be a part of. It's a fun ride. It's something that I didn't even imagine that salt and spicy water in a bottle would get us to make that connection. But wild how the world works, and now it's creeping into high school too. So it's endless.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, they're NIL deals in high school now. That's crazy.
Wild.
I mean, I like it all. Like I said, I'm all for paying players. I think they should, because in my opinion too, it's like, and playing sports. Like I grew up playing sports. Like especially a pro athlete. Like maybe you're lucky if you play more than 6-8 years, as a pro. And so it's like, why not make all the money you can? You know what I mean? You definitely should
prosper. What you're putting yourself through.
Yeah.
I think they said the average NFL career is like 3 years.
Yeah.
I don't know what
especially for like a lineman or like a linebacker. Yeah, those.
You're destroying yourself.
I know. Running backs. Yeah.
It's crazy, and you don't know what happens behind the scenes and the workouts, and just to get there. Yeah. So, look, I'm a big proponent of if you do the work and you're generating the income,
right?
You're definitely entitled to it. That's
there's a reason these colleges, these universities are willing to pay these guys all this money to come there.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah, Nick Saban's not happy about it. He's got everything. Look, when the workers are making more than the managers, that does change the dynamic.
He makes a shit ton of money.
He has, yeah.
I think his ESPN contract is like $50 million a year. I think
that's good living.
That's That's like when we fired Brian Kelly. I was like, dude, I'll get fired for what was it, like $50 million or? Yeah, I think there was I'll
maybe
not
like 49.
I think I'll not work for that.
Yeah, well, Coach O, what door you want me to walk out of? And now he comes back, and
I like that.
He needs to be here. He needs to be here. He's part of the fabric, and look, we got to get Coach O on a bottle. I mean, that would be.
Oh yeah.
O Sauce would be, if you listen, holler at us. Let's go. That would be legendary, and we can, if anybody can sell, I'd buy anything from him, and I probably wouldn't even know what he was selling after he was done talking. Just
I wouldn't know what he was talking about, but I'd buy it.
Right, mesmerizing. I guess it'd be a good word for it.
Right.
Well, yeah.
Do y'all have any other LSU players in the works, or?
We do. We have actually some former players that are. I can't tell it. I can't because it's not done yet. But we've got a former player that worked closely with them. It's somebody you definitely heard of.
Yeah.
We've actually dipped into the pro baseball arena, and it's not quite solidified. But the people I get to talk to, and then the word spreads, and it's just a pretty unique thing to have out there that you can partner with. It's not a car dealership.
Something different.
Yeah, you know, so we've been very fortunate. You know, a big shout out to Cameron Wyndham, who's the attorney who is really heading the department over at Sinceri Law, which that's what they've been doing. He's been making these connections, and that's what he's passionate about. And when you have somebody that's passionate about something, you can't stand in their way. And he's been doing a great job in making these connections. Yeah. And so things are going to happen. More products will be coming out, but until they're on a label, you know, it's you know, I gotta maybe off the camera, you know.
So what what is there anything you want to pitch, or as far as, you know, where people can find all y'all's products?
Absolutely. So look, I want to give the people, look, this is a business. And like I said, we're pushing salt, but salt that we care about. But it's just anybody else. It's just another seasoning they could grab in the you know, the typical size canister. They call this a woozy, the bottle. And so people have woozies of every kind of hot sauce, and you see them at, you know, different restaurants. But it's mine. It's ours, really. I mean, you know, this is something that I feel special about when somebody says, "Oh man, I just got a call last night. I saw that somebody had y'all's product in there." And
that's cool.
And I said, "Oh, this is really neat," you know. And you know, so you know, I care about the product. Justin cares about the product. Keith cares about the product. So I really, really, really am so happy that people took chances on us and were willing to donate space to us to sell it, because there's so many out there. It's not. Yeah. It's a saturated business, especially in the South, especially in Louisiana. But you know, first and foremost, one of our biggest accounts from day one, he's a day oneer, John Boning's. He's got 3 supermarkets in you know, on the North Shore, and Acquista Pace. If you haven't heard of those guys, they're really specialty market. They've let us have the full line in there. Let us have an end cap, which is a cool display. Then there's, of course, Piggly Wiggly. You know, appreciate those guys. And we have Bergeron's Meat Market. Those guys are great. Actually, they're using our stuff.
They got one of those on Highway 30.
They do. Yeah, they do. They actually used our barbecue rub on their crackling. Okay. And thanks for that. And it's actually pretty good. Bonings and Quistapace actually use our stuff on their meats pre-season. But Rouse's was a big one for us. That was kind of a turning point. Like, yeah, this has got some steam, and they took on about 50% of our products, and you know, that's 70 plus locations. So now that kind of changes the game. But without the guys that started with us, you know, our name's not out there. Yeah. So, you know, those I would say are probably you know, our people. Yeah.
That's where people can find y'all.
Yeah. Central Grocery. If you're in the French Quarter, you can find us in the French Quarter, about 5 different spots. Central Grocery, that we're real proud of that one. Aunt Sally's is a big pralines company. Yeah. That has a lot of traffic. The French Quarter's huge, and so we get the green bottle. Let's give it a shot.
Well, it looks like New Orleans too.
You know, you think so? We're looking for festive.
Well, that's what, you know? like I said, man. That picture, the graphics is what drew me to it. You know, so yeah, and then it's really good.
Yeah, I appreciate
everything I've had is good. Yeah,
thank you. Yeah, we like it. I know you mentioned the blackening season, and to tell you a quick story, when I thought. It's one of the first trade shows that I went to with the group, all of us. We were in Albuquerque. It's like the Super Bowl of hot sauce and seasonings. And we're like, let's take a chance. Let's go ahead and enter our stuff in. So you got test. There's 600 or 700, 800 vendors in there from all over the world, man. These guys from Australia. And there's just like a nerd fest for hot sauce. Yeah. There's a festival for everything. There's a trade show for everything. So we got into the mix. We're serving it up, and we ended up winning best blackening seasoning.
No shit.
And we're like, oh, this is great. So a lady comes up to us, she's like, who the hell are you guys? Well, we're knee deep. Well, I used to have the best blackening season. I won 4 years in a row. Yeah, I was number one. I had, my grip was on it.
Yeah.
Where you guys from? Oh, we're from Louisiana. She goes, okay, that's fine. I think I can deal with that. I'm from Texas.
That makes
I
sense.
said, okay. I said, all right. Well, look, if we lost to you, I
Right.
would have felt real bad. So that's my plug on the blackening, which I do love. I think it's probably one of the better seasonings we have in a can.
It's good.
And we knocked off the champion, and haven't really looked back on that one. And absolutely wouldn't change a thing about that seasoning.
Yeah. Did they do because they do like at those whatever they call it, the hot sauce festivals, they do like the tests where like they have like the hottest hot sauce in the world and stuff where people can do it.
So that is one. This is the Fire Food Festival that I'm talking about, but they do have the one where the people go up there and they eat like the ghost peppers. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they have one where they're eating the actual chilies, and like guys are just, you can look at the pain.
So we go to it's like a camp out every year up in Arkansas, and they have a guy that comes with us that brings ghost peppers every year, and we talk like the new people who are joining for that year or whatever. We always talk them into eating them, and then we watch them and video them, and I've never eaten. I've talked a lot of people into eating them, but I've never eaten one.
I've talked. They got a guy, Johnny Scoville. He's on. They had a documentary on him. I think it was either Hulu or it's somewhere, but he is known for being able to eat the hottest of the hot. Now these things are all genetically altered, and spliced in a lab, because the earth will only give you so much heat. Mm-hmm. So they've done these things, and actually one of the guys, Troy Primo, who we actually do have one of his peppers that is very exclusive. He's only given it to a few people. It's called the Big Black Mama. It's in our hottest of hot. It's called Soul Sucker.
Yeah.
It's in the Soul Sucker. It's a really gnarly, chocolatey, smoky pepper. But some of these pepperheads, as they call them, like Johnny Scoville, can actually fight through all the pain. I was like, oh, that's got some chocolatey notes in it, and I'm over here
dying.
Yeah, like a little baby, and I'm like, never again. And he's like, no, that's not so bad. I'm thinking, but that's the type of stuff that you will see at these shows. I'm not that good.
I'm not one of those people. I can't do the super spicy.
No, Justin and I actually got tricked, and we were sitting at our booth at this same show, and the Channel 8 Albuquerque News comes up. Mm-hmm. Little girl basically interviewing, and said, you got to look like a big tough guy. Oh, what's your hottest one? We're like, oh, the Soul Sucker. Would you like to try it? Oh no, but would y'all like to try it? And the camera's on us, and Justin are like, oh God.
Yeah, I never tried it.
And it's on YouTube, and we're coughing, and then tears start coming, and I'm like, cut the tape.
Yeah.
And I'm my voice is cracking type of thing, and that's it. That's our Soul Sucker. That's the Big Black Mama pepper from Troy Primo. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
But it's got a home, but not a lot of places in my house.
Right.
It's pretty devastating, but they're bigger and badder out there, which is scary. So, yeah, that festival is not the one you're thinking of, but they're out there.
Yeah, I think they have some stores like that I've seen, maybe in like Vegas or something, where they have a bunch of different. Yeah, I would never
or something.
Yeah, I would never do that, man. I can't. I like spicy crawfish, but like I'm not trying to.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to go to the hospital over
I'm not
some
trying
hot
to sign
sauce.
a waiver to ingest anything. I'm good.
Yeah.
But I'll watch you do it.
Right. Oh, I watch people do it. That's fun.
Yeah.
I like to watch those. Sometimes people will, because we tell them, like, you just chew it for 30 seconds and then spit it out.
Yeah.
Well, then you get some people who are like, oh, I got this, and they'll swallow it. And I'm like, ooh. And they'll be, like, throwing up over here for the next 2 hours.
That's brutal. Like, well, remind me not to go camping with you. I don't want to be initiated. Yeah.
No, I've told a lot of people that I've eaten. I was like, yeah, man, everybody eats them. It's like a rite of passage. You just got to eat one. I've never eaten one.
Well, secret's out now. Yeah. You got to try one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. No, look, I mean, we could really get nasty, and I'd try it if you try it, but we could take out the soul sucker, but we won't enjoy it. It would probably end pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm good on that. I don't want to cry on camera.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Same. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But look, those things have a home. That's kind of a gimmicky thing, but man, we get emails like guys like, hey man, I put it on my wings, add a little honey to it, and I was like, okay. It's a beautiful thing about food is that you can manipulate it, and just because it's in a package doesn't mean it can't be altered.
Right.
People do this with our crawfish boil. I said, man, I love your crawfish boil. Thanks. Hope you don't mind, but I added this or I added that. And I'm like, no. I said, if it's the foundation of your boil, I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I've never purchased a Bloody Mary mix and not added anything to it.
Right.
You know, I was like, oh, I'll start with Zing Zang, but I do this and I got my little touch. No, that doesn't bother me. And it's not baking.
Right.
You can't play around with baking. That's science. But with food, there's no boundaries. You know, recipes are a guideline. You know, it's not a roadmap where you got to stay between the lines. And so that's what I like about this is, you know, we can take one of our hot sauces and hell, spill 2 of our hot sauces and we got something new and it might work. You know, Zapp's came out with Voodoo.
Yeah.
And it was a mistake.
Yeah.
It's wild. The guy bumped in and knocked the 4 seasonings in and they're like, batch ruined. No. Now they got a staple. I mean, they're always in my house.
Those are the best ones.
The best ones. I agree.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about it. There's just a freedom. I'm not a color between the lines guy. I can't do it. I was never really good at it.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm trying to like talk. I'm like, don't try the hot one.
Nah, we're not gonna do it, man. I'm not gonna blow you up. It would be a you'd be cursing my name at the end of it. I'll leave you with some. You can smell it. You can decide if you got
my brother into
take it to the camp. Now that the secret's out, you know, you might as well just say, look, you could have this or you could have this. But if you take enough of it down, I like go hit the ice cream, and when you go to the bathroom, I just say, come on, ice cream.
Yeah, I would say this. So I've never eaten a ghost pepper, but last year they got me. They made ice. They do like homemade ice cream too, and they put some in the ice cream.
Yeah.
And I ate some of that ice cream, but yeah, that was it's like when it gets that spicy, it tastes like a chemical, and I'm just like, I don't, you know, that's just too much, man. I'm not trying to.
I just stay natural, and let's not.
Yeah, I want to be able to taste for the rest of the weekend.
That's it. It'll ruin your freaking evening. You know, look, I do have a respect for it. Like I said, it's a you know, I ate this and I ate that, but it's a freaking different world. I mean, they were fighting over, you know, you got a hold of my. That was the thing. They had a pepper where the guy's like, I want you to try my pepper. I made this one. It's this pepper versus this pepper, and I spliced them together, the 2 seeds, and grew this. So, oh man, it's great. Well, then they started saying, mail me that pepper, let me see. And they were taking that seed and splice it. So now what they did was they're like, you're not getting my pepper. You can come to my house and try it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to pat you down and make sure you didn't get a seed. It's pretty wild. So it's like their babies. It's their DNA that they're passing along. So, yeah, man, there's different there's different little pockets of craziness in this pepper world, and I'm learning.
For sure.
Yeah. I'm not looking for trouble. I just want it to taste good.
For peppers.
Yeah, right. That's it, man. But look, great time, man. Appreciate it. Y'all are awesome.
I appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah.